Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, just as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful and faithful Israelites who have been called, doing the best to make that calling of your election sure. Alright, Lord willing you endure, that you may be solidified as the elect, man. Alright, as those vessels that were chosen for glory, man. Chosen for salvation, right? To play heavy parts within this story that we're currently living out, man. And right, as you see, I got some definitions pulled up in the background. All right, just going into the understanding of the word cosmos, all right, which comes from the word world, which is used throughout the New Testament of the scriptures, man. All right, you know, we look up these words and we go into the meaning and the context of how they were written, oftentimes using the Strong's Concordance, all right, which is a dictionary that, you know, goes into those root words, all right. And again, this word being cosmos, what you see here, it's being used to for this flower here, right? Cosmos. It says plural noun cosmosis, an ornamental plant of the daisy family with single brightly colored flowers, right? Because really, right, just as you have an arrangement of flowers, right, you're going to have them separated in a particular way, you see? And to give further understanding, all right, as I went in further and said, what is the difference between cosmos and universe? It says cosmos is the whole harmonious and orderly system that is governed by natural law, you see? So there's a difference, man. The universe, as it continues to say, is everything that exists, including time and space. So the word universe is different than this word world, which you'd find in John 3:16, right? That word world is going into cosmos, man, which again is a what, man? An orderly system, a harmonious and orderly system. In order for you to have an ordered system, a governed system, right? Well, there has to be order. So you're going to have what's known as, right, a pyramid scheme, right? You're going to have the those who are at the top all the way down to those who are at bottom, having their different roles to play within an ecosystem to cause it to flourish, man. And that's what the Heavenly Father has created on this earth, you see. And ultimately, that's what John 3:16 is talking about, man. All right, these particular vessels being the elect, you see, those vessels being delivered, those vessels being saved is what ultimately is going to cause this harmonious arrangement the Heavenly Father has created to bear fruit, man, to exist, to do what it was created to do. While you see underneath the hand of the devil, what's happened? It's died, man. The planet Earth is really headed towards a state of extinction due to the lack of those who it's speaking of in John 3:16 being in that place of the gods of the earth, man. Being in that place of running things over here. You see? So this is the book of, let's see, the book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 12, and it reads, "Where the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase. and the heavens shall give their due, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. You see that, man? This is the state that the earth will be in underneath the hands of the righteous, man. Underneath those that here it's spoken of in this condition. This is Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6. It reads, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. You see? So these beings are going to return according to prophecy, right? Unto that godly state, man. Establish judgment in the earth and cause this harmonious arrangement that the Heavenly Father has created to take root. Because again, it's been given into the hand of the wicked, and what do they have done, man? As it's written, Job 9 and 24, right? Hey, they've covered the faces of the true judges of this earth, man. So this earth lacks proper judgment. Esau has given Eve the liberty to destroy the household. Hey, things are jacked up out here, man. Everything's upside down. All right, verse 8, it says, Arise, O God, judge of the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Hey, that's the blessing that's coming upon the nation of Israel, man. Because again, there has to be an order, right? Well, hey, according to what's written in this book that we all claim to believe in, hey, it's clearly stating that, hey, there is an order on this earth, man. And that order happens to begin with the Israelites. All right, now you could either get with it or, hey, be put out of the way, man. Because unfortunately, a lot of these people in this world, man, they just believe in, they believe in a doctrine according to their own imaginations, man. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15. And verse 9. It says, But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And that's what these people in the world do, man. That's why they're known as what? Religions. They're these groups that have taken the Bible and have used it to make themselves feel good while they, run on with whatever twist that they, or whatever agenda it is that they add to it, man. You see, hey, but the day is coming where these people are going to be judged, man. The blind, let's go ahead and continue reading. It says, verse 14, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. So this is prophecy. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Hey, so that's what's going to happen, man. They're going to fall into a ditch. And again, that day is vastly approaching, man. Because the Heavenly Father is going to set all these things back in order, man. Back in their proper place. You see, this is the book of Luke, chapter 10 and verse... Salakia, not Luke chapter 10, book of Sirach. I believe it's the 33rd chapter. Kind of the 15th verse, it says, So look upon all the works of the Most High. There are two and two, one against another. You see? So again, he set up what? A harmonious arrangement, man, and order on this earth. He said the good and the bad. In this story, he's created a villain, man. Yes, a villain has been created. Which is why the scriptures tell us what? Let's run back to that. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So there's, right, this villain. It's saying right here would come after the working of Satan, man. All right, with signs, right? He'd have power and signs and lying wonders to deceive the earth, man. And that's basically what he's done. And he's taken a further step in that with this whole, AI revolution, so to speak. But going on, it says, verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Hey, so it's prophesied that he would deceive all those that were marked to perish, man. It says, because they receive not the love of the truth, and the love of the truth is being spread throughout the earth, man. In the backdrop, it says, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe in a lie. Right? So the world is going to believe in a lie. But the elect, right? Hey, these vessels that are returning during this grace period, they're not going to be deceived by this, man. When the whole world's bowing down and taking that charagma, you see the elect are going to be standing firm in order to fulfill prophecy, which is what? John chapter 3 and verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Right? So he loved the world by giving that Son, because that was a fulfillment of that would lead the world to the state in which we're reading in the prophecies of Zechariah, man. Right? Or also what we would find here in the book of Micah, chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob. Because here they're going to learn what, man? They're going to learn the ways of the creator of all energy, man. It's basically like the creator created something, gave you it, and gave you a instruction manual with it. Well, that instruction manual is the scriptures. He gave these scriptures, all right, or that role to a particular people to be that lawgiver, right? Which is why it's told of who the disciples that they're going to what? Judge the earth. Even the angels they're going to judge, right? Pursuant to the book of Acts, the 6th chapter. You see, so the earth needs the elect to come back into power, and that's exactly why he gave the Israelites Yahushai. It says, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. You see, the law shall go forth out of Zion, man. Right? Just as it was intended to be. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6, and it reads, we'll go to verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Right? So, hey, at the very beginning, what did he give these people, the Israelites, man? Statutes and judgments. He gave them the instruction manual, as I said. Verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations. So this, in the sight of the nations, is going to separate them, man. Going to cause them to right, have a different look upon them. Right? Because they're living differently, man. They're not just living lawlessly. You see, in fact, the word holy, right, means separate, man. So by having this law, you've been separate from the rest of the people, man. So without having a moral compass, which we've been given right here, all written down to make it easy and plain as day for you, right? Without that compass, then there is no difference between you and the people of the world, man. Right? There ain't nothing holy about you, in other words. It says, verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear of all these statutes, and shall say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all that we call upon him for? You see that, man? So anyway, going back to the book of Sirach, chapter 33. I'm running back to verse 10. It says, all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth, right? We all were created of the same substance, man. Right? From the earth he came, to the earth he shall return. Verse 11, it says, in much knowledge the Lord hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places. So hey, he's made our ways different, man. He created people and he made them different. Some of them hath he blessed, some of them hath he brought low. Again, he created, right, an ecosystem, man. He created a harmonious arrangement. He created a cosmos. You see, yes, he created a universe, but within the universe, he created a cosmos, man. An order, a well-orchestrated order, man. Here it is, you could barely cause your fish tank to thrive. Hey, the scriptures say the Heavenly Father governeth the world in the palm of his hand, man. He's created basically a self-sustaining system on this earth. And again, the earth's been given into the hand of the wicked, and he's caused it to die. Because these laws are no longer taken heed to, man. You're over here taking these natural filters of the ocean, shrimp, crab, and lobster, which the dietary law tells you not to eat. You're over here taking these creatures, and now the earth is going polluted because you've removed them. And not only did you remove them, but now you're eating them, and now your body's going polluted. And now you're wondering why you have all these diseases, and you're dying, and you're having to take this other medication, which is now giving you these side effects. Hey, since the very beginning, we had a law to separate us that modern science will still prove, hey, if you eat these crustaceans, or whatever the case may be, according to the law, whatever law it may be that you're breaking, if you do this, hey, these are the diseases that will come forth of it, and then you'll die. The wages of sin is death, man. 1 John 3 and 4, sin is the transgression of the law. When you break the law, that's what a sin is, man. Again, we had the answers from the very beginning, how to live, right? For 200, 300 years. Hey, you're going to see life thrive on this earth once it's governed by the Israelites underneath the instruction of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. In other words, a theocracy. Look that word up. All right. But anyway, we'll go ahead and end it here. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20. I believe it's 23, if I'm not mistaken. No, 24. It says, wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people. Right? And that was the first verse. Let me go ahead and jump down to verse 5, right? Speaking of wisdom, it says, I alone compassed the circuit of heaven and walked in the bottom of the deep, in the waves of the sea and in all the earth, and in every people I got and nation I got a possession. What with all these I sought rest, and whose inheritance shall I abide? Right? So among all these nations, hey, wisdom got a possession, man. All these nations have a particular portion that they play. Again, speaking into a harmonious arrangement, man. Hey, one of them was, in fact, created to be the villain. We're entering a time soon where a villain's no longer going to be needed, man. What do you think's going to happen to that piece of the system, so to speak? All right? Going on, it says, with all these I sought rest, and with whose inheritance shall I abide? So the Creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel. So the ultimate portion of wisdom, the wisdom on how to govern this earth, the wisdom on how to operate this earth, was given to who? In other words, the law, that service was given unto who, man? The Israelites. You see? Which is why the earth's going to be governed by that law. Because it's going to be written within them upon overcoming and not bowing the knee and taking that charagma when all hell's breaking loose on this earth, man. Standing firm in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, even though things look grim. It says, he created me from the beginning, before the world, and I shall never fail. Hey, so this shows you the importance of the elect, man. Again, the cosmos needs the elect, man. And without the elect, there would be no cosmos. Hey, but ultimately we know that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua governs this in the palm of his hand, right? This cosmos. So, hey, it's going to be all right, man. That's why he created the Israelites. That's why he had Yahushua. Hey, Yahushua already overcame and did what he did. So, hey, basically we've already overcome. No matter what happens, man, it's already the ball's been kicked. You see? Everything's going to lead to salvation. Salvation of Israel, which will lead to ultimately the salvation of the creation itself, man. Because without the elect, there would be no cosmos, man. And without Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, there would be no elect. Just as simple as that. But with that said, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, call Allah Yamla Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those you hopeful members of the elect, man. Shalom.